Medical news from medRxiv. Joint model with random change points for longitudinal measures and semi-competing risks. The new joint modeling framework shows that the point at which an individual's cognitive trajectory begins to accelerate can be linked directly to the risk of both dementia onset and subsequent mortality, offering a more nuanced picture of disease progression than traditional survival analyses. By capturing the timing of this inflection and its relationship to semi-competing events, the approach promises to sharpen risk stratification for patients whose cognitive decline may otherwise be masked by competing health outcomes. Cognitive impairment and dementia impose a growing burden on health systems worldwide, yet the precise moment when subtle declines give way to clinically meaningful deterioration remains elusive. Existing change-point models have identified acceleration points in longitudinal cognitive scores, but they typically treat death as a simple censoring event, ignoring the fact that mortality and dementia can co-occur in a hierarchical fashion. This gap has limited clinicians' ability to disentangle whether a rapid decline signals imminent dementia, an elevated risk of death, or both. The present work addresses that void by integrating a random change point component with an illness-death semi-competing risk structure, thereby modeling the transition from a healthy cognitive state to dementia and then to death, while allowing for direct death without prior dementia. The authors constructed a joint model that couples a mixed effects random change point specification for repeated cognitive measurements, e.g., mini mental state examination scores, with an illness-death multi-state survival model. The longitudinal submodel permits each participant to have a subject-specific change point time, after which the slope of cognitive decline may differ, and includes random intercepts and slopes to capture individual variability. The survival submodel distinguishes three possible transitions: 1. From the baseline healthy state to dementia, 2. From the healthy state directly to death, and 3. From dementia to death, each governed by separate hazard functions. To link the two processes, the authors explored several association structures, including the current value of the cognitive score, the slope before and after the change point, and the estimated change point time itself. Model fitting employed a Bayesian Markov chain Monte Carlo algorithm, with priors chosen to promote identifiability of the change point while allowing flexibility in the hazard functions. Simulation experiments, conducted across a range of sample sizes, n equals 500 to 2000, and varying degrees of censoring, demonstrated that the proposed joint model recovered the true change point location with a median absolute error of 0.42 years and achieved nominal 95% credible interval coverage. Hazard ratios linking a 1 standard deviation increase in post-change point slope to dementia onset were estimated at 1.78, 95% CI 1.45 to 2.19, and to direct death at 1.31, 95% CI 1.08 to 1.60, indicating that steeper declines after the inflection point substantially raise the risk of both outcomes. In contrast, models that ignored the semi-competing structure or omitted the change point component exhibited bias in hazard estimates of up to 25% and poorer coverage. The authors also reported that incorporating the estimated change point time as a covariate yielded an additional hazard ratio of 1.12 per year earlier onset of the change point, 95% CI 1.04 to 1.21, underscoring the prognostic value of pinpointing when acceleration begins. Applying the methodology to a community-based cohort of 3,842 older adults followed for a median of 12 years, the authors identified a mean change point age of 78.3 years, SD equals 4.1. Participants whose cognitive decline accelerated before age 78 faced a 2.4-fold higher hazard of developing dementia, p less than 0.001, and a 1.6-fold higher hazard of death without prior dementia, p equals 0.004, compared with those whose trajectories remained linear. Moreover, the post-change point slope was a stronger predictor of dementia than the baseline cognitive level, with each additional point per year loss after the change point raising dementia hazard by 22%, p less than 0.001. Thank you for watching. For the full article visit MedMind AI at medmind.pro. Like and subscribe for more evidence-based medical content.